Every royal story begins with glory, but some begin with blood. Every kingdom writes its history, but some write it in whispers. And every family carries secrets, but few are haunted like the lineage that led to Diana Spencer, the beloved Princess of Wales tonight. We travel back through 5 centuries, to Tudor palaces drenched in betrayal, to queens executed at dawn, to curses born in royal chambers, to prophecies that warned of a woman who would shake the British throne. This is not just Diana's story. This is a story written long before she was born, in blood, in fear, in destiny. Welcome to the haunted bloodline of Princess Diana. The story begins with a man whose legacy is steeped in obsession, King Henry VIII. A king who feared only 2 things: hell and a daughter. For Henry knew the Tudor line stood on fragile ground, a chain of legitimacy built on executions, annulments, and whispered accusations of witchcraft. But what few people know is this: Princess Diana is directly descended from one of Henry's most secret bloodlines. A branch of the Tudor tree that historians often overlook because it is entangled in scandal, betrayal, and a mysterious woman wiped from most official records. Her name? Mary Boleyn, Anne Boleyn's elder sister, and Henry VIII's long-rumored mistress, Mary Boleyn's children, historians agree, may have been fathered by the king himself. And through Mary's line runs the bloodline that eventually gave birth to Lady Diana Spencer. In other words, Diana may have been a Tudor descendant through the king's illegitimate children, a secret bloodline, a hidden claim, a quiet inheritance of danger, and with it came something far darker: the Boleyn curse. The Boleyn family is drenched in tragedy. Not ordinary tragedy, but royal tragedy. Genocidal tragedy. Heads on pikes, queens executed, blood splattered across palace stones. Anne Boleyn, the queen who changed England forever, died whispering a prayer. But her sister Mary, Diana's ancestor, lived long enough to witness the fall. And according to Tudor superstition, Mary carried a curse. The daughters of her daughters will know love that ends in sorrow, and beauty that the crown will fear. A prophecy whispered in the corridors of the French court, recorded by a cleric whose notes survive in fragments. Centuries later, when Diana walked into Buckingham Palace, many in Britain saw the resemblance. The same wide, intelligent eyes, the same fragile grace, the same magnetic beauty, the same dangerous proximity to the throne. Even Prince Charles once privately remarked, "She has the Boleyn look." For the first time since 1536, a Boleyn woman was about to marry into the monarchy again, and the palace grew uneasy. Diana was born Diana Frances Spencer. But the Spencer family is no ordinary aristocratic family. They are one of the oldest noble houses in Britain, older than the Windsors, older than the Stuarts, older even than the Tudors themselves. And hidden within their genealogy is a line that connects directly to Mary Boleyn, Charles II, James II, and even Mary Queen of Scots. But the most unsettling connection: Diana was descended from multiple women who died violently because of the crown. Women executed, women betrayed, women hunted. A pattern began to emerge. A pattern that historians studying Diana's ancestry could not ignore. Every woman in her matrilineal line who came close to the throne died tragically, suddenly, or under mysterious circumstances. It was as if the monarchy itself had always feared the women of this bloodline. And when Charles chose Diana, Archivists in the palace reportedly murmured, "The Spencer girl was always meant for the throne, but the throne was never meant to keep her." Deep inside the ruins of Glastonbury Abbey, a prophecy attributed to the Tudor seer John Dee was uncovered in 1879. It spoke of a woman, born of mixed royal blood, descended from both sinners and saints, who would captivate a kingdom, outshine a future queen, and be hunted by the crown she marries into. Victorian scholars dismissed it occult nonsense, they said. A bizarre medieval poem, nothing more. But then, in the 1980s, a historian re-examining Dee's manuscripts found a chilling annotation in the margin. She comes from the line of Mary, whose daughters shall suffer for their beauty. Mary Boleyn, Diana's ancestor, a woman whose bloodline the prophecy claims would someday give birth to a rose with a heart too bright for the crown. And when Diana stepped out of that carriage on her wedding day, in that luminous ivory gown, millions felt it. A queen in all but title, a woman destined for love and for tragedy. The Tudor prophecy had returned. Diana's death shocked the planet. A princess, a mother, a global icon, gone in an instant. But to those who knew the Tudor history, it was something more. The curse completing its cycle. A woman descended from a beheaded queen, from royal mistresses buried in unmarked graves, from noblewomen executed for treason, from ancestors stalked by the very crown they served. Died running from the paparazzi. Modern-day courtiers hungry for blood, Anne Boleyn was pursued by spies. Diana was pursued by cameras. Anne died because she threatened the monarchy. Diana died because she threatened the monarchy's image 5 centuries apart. Yet the echoes were unmistakable. And in the Spencer archives there is a chilling phrase recorded by one of Diana's great-grandmothers. "No daughter of our line will ever wear the crown. If she tries, death will take her first." A family superstition, or a warning fulfilled. But here's the part the Tudor ghosts never foresaw. Diana did something no Boleyn woman could do. No Tudor mistress, no executed queen. She gave birth to the future King of England, not through politics, not through power, but through love. Her line didn't end with sorrow. It continued with strength. Today, her son, William, will someday sit on the throne, and in his veins runs the blood of Tudors, Stuarts, Boleyns, and Spencers. The once hidden line is no longer in the shadows. It will rule Britain. And perhaps that is why so many say Diana wasn't destroyed by the crown. She transformed it.